Welcome to day 53 already. So, what we're going to review today is actually the game, right? And what it consists of in the biology, if you will, the structure of how this thing comes together, right? We have the current reality, right? We have the outcome, and we have the benchmarks. But there's gaps between these, right? What is we used the example earlier of a 90-day challenge, right? So this leaves 30 days or roughly 4 weeks between each of these. And underneath these, we'll need to break down um, basically a subsection of the first benchmark, right? So what we're going to take a look at is the weekly game, right? And what is the weekly game, right? The weekly game is going to be a number of things, right? It's going to be the general's tent, which we review the week, right? We're going to have an opportunity to course correct. We're going to have a one thing, right? And we're going to have the keys, right? Every week, we're going to have the one thing. We're going to have the keys that support the one thing, and the general's tent, which is a tool that we use to assess and structure the game on a weekly basis, right? On a daily basis, as a subset of the week, we have the things that we do every day, right? The core four: body, being, balance, and business, and the, uh, the the stack, which again we do every day, and that is point as well. And really, what we do, and the rest of it is life. It's not that we don't take into consideration the one thing or the key fours. We're working on those, but those things are different every day, right? So once again, in the core four, every day we're doing the uh, and we're getting points for, right? Body, and if you recall the body, we're doing the sweat, right? Basically, we're going to improve our physical energy through sweating. The building of endurance and strength and mobility and flexibility and so on. The other part of that is nutrition, right? And which is submarine of green smoothie, totaling 1 point every week, right? So this is what we're going to do on a daily basis in all areas of our life. Um, the next item that we're going to do is stack, right? We're going to stack every day as well. Um, um, and as part of the weekly game and the general's tent, right? We're going to be reviewing our daily items, right? We're going to be reviewing our core four. What did we do? What was our score? What was our power? Uh, what was our zone? And we're going to be analyzing that. We're going to be making adjustments to that every week based on an analysis of the previous week. Um, Also, like I mentioned before, it's the key four on a weekly basis, right? And if you recall once again that the key four is really the things and the items that support the action items that support the one thing. And if you take a look at again what we discussed earlier about the one thing is something where we choose every single week as an item that supports uh, the final outcome that we have in relationship to our checkpoints, right? We have a one thing that we create every week, and the total sum of the one things, maybe in a 90-day challenge, the 4 weeks, the four one things leading up to the first checkpoint should bring us to the point of the one checkpoint, right? And then the next 4 weeks to the next checkpoint, and the follow to the ladder. The reason we don't just compact the whole thing is sometimes this outcome, this bigger goal, is going to be bigger than what we can accomplish in that 4 weeks. So we expand and we just use the idea of benchmarks as a goal. The other items that we do on a weekly basis, and we address these in general tent, is a date night, right? A date night with our significant other or wife, and a date night with our kids. And all of these on a daily basis will support the weekly outcomes of the one thing, and are assessed in the general's tent every week. So once again, our assignment is going to be to teach this, right? If you can't teach it, you don't know it. And if you don't know it, you can't live it. So once again, in summary, we want to lay out the subsections of the gap between our objective and where we are now on a daily basis, kind of at a cellular level, if you will, um, into the weekly level. We want to break this thing down so they're all steps that are accomplishable. Once again, the assignment is to teach this. If you can't teach it, you don't know it. If you don't know it, you can't live it. And along with the other things on the bottom of this page, we will have those finished up before we talk next time tomorrow.